me legs. Ah.
Going live. Finally. Oh, I better move that somewhere where I can actually reach it. I'm going to say hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. Took us a minute to get this started there because it was deciding not to let me, but I figured it out in the end. How are we all doing this fine Monday? We've had a fucking shit go of it. It's mostly because the kids decided to do what kids do and they got sick. Not that kind of sick. They got the poorly kind of sick, and it's been no fun for anyone. They've had a bit of a shit weekend, but to make sure that it was all leveled out in the end, the universe decided that the fucking fire alarm needed to go off. Not fire alarm, smoke detector. Like 2 or 3 times last night, to the point where I went, fuck this shit. I hunted down me old iFixit Protect toolkit, and I fucking opened that motherfucker and I cut the wire to the speaker because it's one of those things. It was going off for no reason, no fire, not this time, and yeah, it was fucking annoying. So I killed it, and we've got a new one installed today.
Yeah, I have a feeling the battery was just on its way out anyway.
It was supposed to last until 2028.
They say that, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to do that.
True. So I got one that I could replace the battery on because that one was just a fucking shitheel. But it was free, the original one. So you know what you're gonna do. But yeah, I killed it. I cut its mouth out and it died, and I'd kill it again. It was really, really fucking annoying. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I only managed to get everybody to sleep at like 3 in the morning. So I got like 2 hours of sleep. And then that fucking thing decided to go off. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you actually having a fucking giraffe? So I was pretty mad. Pretty mad. But hopefully that'll sort that shit out. But yeah, don't fuck with me, Mr. Technology. I will kill you. And I'm getting much better at it. The last one we had that decided to chirp every fucking 5 seconds with no way of silencing it for a long time. I drowned it. I ran it a bath and I held it under the water and I stared at it as the little red blinking light just faded away and the last garbled scream of its stupid little buzzer faded into obscurity, and then I went to bed and had a good night's sleep. Fuck you, don't fuck with me. I'll kill you. That's how I deal with problems in this house. Cecic is doing an angry. I'm not angry. I wasn't even angry last night. I was just mostly fucking confused. Because you go looking around, you're like, oh shit, the fucking fire thing went off. You got to fucking check. And nowhere, just the whole fucking house. 4 times I checked, maybe 5. I can't remember. It was really late, and there was nothing. The only sort of vaguely strong smell was like those fucking fragrance things that Mrs. Sick likes.
It makes everything smell nice.
I know it makes everything smell nice. I'm not saying that they don't make everything smell nice, but they're the only thing I can think of that might have been setting them off. Because there is one that is like
I don't know.
Underneath it.
It's been there for like months.
Yeah, but the combination of that plus, you know, something about the weather changing makes them more sensitive, and
when it's colder,
and as the battery's dying, it makes them more sensitive, and just all this shit combined together to fucking wake me up at 5 in the morning on a night that I could really have done without it.
Yes, it was the farts. Yes.
I wouldn't mind it, but I wasn't very farty that day, so no.
Right, I'm gonna go see to the kids because they're still awake.
Remember to scream at them. And that's good parenting, I've heard.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we don't scream at our kids. Speaking of house fires, when was yours? 3 years ago? Oh, do you know what? I could give you a relatively precise date because I have a video that literally talks about it. I think the video was called like Fire is Bad. Fire is Bad, Sick. No, that's not me. None of that is me. I thought I was more famous than that, but apparently not. It came up with a lot of, unless I misspelled sick and as sip. That is entirely possible. I am quite stupid. Paste. I don't know why. There we go. Fire is bad. At least 3 years ago. And if we actually look at the video itself, it's Where is the date? Where the fuck's the date? Oh, there you go. Feb 3rd. So yeah, 3 years, 3.5 years. 3 and 3.
She was complaining that she says I have a fear of it being pitch black, so I gave her a glow stick. I went, there you go, closed door.
You gave her a glow stick?
Yeah.
Did you give it to her in the old 90s style? So I walked up to her.
What snap
doing
give.
this. Where do we have glow sticks?
They got them from their advent calendar.
Ah, okay. Yeah, speaking of. Oh, fucking hell. I wasn't looking, and then fucking $200.
Jesus
Love the content.
Christ.
Absolutely wonderful writing. Take Mrs. to dinner on me.
I'd
I mean,
rather-
we'll have to get there first, and I hope you're big enough because I do eat quite a lot. And are you the seat as well as the table? I mean, this sounds like a logistical nightmare. I think we might just go to a restaurant instead. No offense.
I'd rather put it towards the new house.
That's more likely. We have a plan, and it's to have a house, get a house with enough space that I can have a studio, and preferably enough space that Mrs. Sick can have somewhere she can work, and almost have her own studio, but it'd be smaller than mine. Not because she doesn't deserve it, but because I'm fat.
No, it's because you have way more stuff than me.
There is that too. But you have a few bits and bobs now. I've
Most
been kitting you out.
Most of my stuff is books.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, if I gave you the space for books, you'd use it.
Well, yeah, I like
I
books.
got a book, and then another book, and then shiny book. We're waiting on that book. We're still waiting on that book, aren't we?
It's supposed to be coming on the 8th.
We've been waiting for a book. It was the Amduat, which for those of you who don't speak ancient Egyptian, it's the book of books. Yeah. It's a big book, and it's got words in it. So, very fancy. No, we've been waiting for that for absolutely ages. I'm expecting one of them was sent out and then never arrived. The other one we're still waiting on, but it's from a different dispatcher. I'm betting that they'll both turn up at about the same time.
A house where you can run smoke alarms in peace.
Yeah. Yeah, we want somewhere that is like away from neighbours because
you're loud.
No, because they're fucking loud.
That as well, but
We live in a house with really, really thick walls. Thank fuck, because our neighbours are still way too goddamn noisy. Just the thuds and the bumps and the bangs. You'll hear them in video sometime, and they drive me fucking crazy. So being able to record in like something that's like pretty isolated would be really good. Yes, the Egypt stream. No, it's not happening. If Mrs. Sick wants to do an Egypt stream, she can go fucking somewhere else and do it. Because I'll just be sat here going, yeah, okay.
Mrs. Sick can have the understairs cupboard. I'd love that, to be honest.
Yeah, she'd be really into like a small space that she can cozy up into. Get like blankets on the walls so it's like super...
I won't put blankets on the wall.
No?
No,
I thought you'd want it super toasty for like winter.
But it's really... Yeah, but having blankets, that's really dusty.
Ah. Well, then what?
It'd probably just be very plain, and it'd be like an empty space with my laptop in it, and that's it.
Debunk your neighbours. How? What? All I could do, I could take away their beds. You no longer have bunk.
No bunk for you.
No bunk for you. Sick time till 11 GMT. Officially confirmed. No backsies. Why would I do that? I didn't agree to that. And also, I already told you, it requires at least $1,000. My number one concern for storage is my $1,000 RCs, to be honest. I'm assuming you mean remote control, like cars or maybe planes and shit? Where, fair enough. Surely you just keep them in the middle of the room, in foot traffic, and that's just perfect. Thuds, bumps, and bangs. Serious sexy time, eh? I kind of wish, but it's mostly just people being incredibly fucking noisy. You have to wonder sometimes. Like, I spend most of my time in my house not moving much. So when people are just thud, 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 you're like, what the fuck is that? I know one of them has a dog because there's this cadence to the banging that is clearly a wagging tail or maybe scratching. But other than that, yeah. Dan, quick, we need more stonks in here. I mean, if you can get the stonks.
Oh no, quick, get the stonks.
We'll see. But yeah. Sorry I'm late. Was doing my exit room advent calendar. Wait, what?
What?
In order to leave your house. You have to do an exit room.
Oh, like an escape room, advent calendar.
Wouldn't that just be a building? Every day you get to go another step through the building, and when it comes to Christmas, you get to leave. Stonks. Thanks, Dave. But yeah. Oh, there we go. Send Dogecoin to the moon, damn it. I don't want to.
There's always a cadence to my banging. Fuck's sake.
And I don't know if any of you are like crypto bros, but even if you are, you've got to admit that they all seem like fucking scams. Even the most recent one.
Oh
like,
yeah, there you go. You can make your own now.
If I were to ever do a thingy coin, I would say, this is basically a scam. If you give me your money, you will not be getting it back.
I don't think you call it sick coins though. You probably call it like handsome or some handsome pieces or some handsome doubloons.
I'd call it scam coins.
Scam coins. Just to really hammer
Just
it
buy
home.
scam coin. You could buy as much scam coin. It's going to be worth fucking nothing. You're not getting it back. I'm going to spend it on a house and whiskey. And there you go. What drives me mad about all these fucking... I watch a lot of Coffeezilla because he does a pretty good job and he's quite funny. But what drives me mad is all of these fucking people doing these obvious scams. And then people still follow them? Like, what is wrong? Have some fucking self-respect. Don't buy something from someone who's scammed people. They'll scam again because they're fucking dickheads. Drives me insane. I can't wait until they all start getting really fucked over by it because they just thought, oh, well, there's no law against it now. Yeah, but there will be, and they'll use it against you for being a dick.
Jesus Christ. An NFT for your whiskey burps. Just put a timestamp when you burped.
The NFTs are just random timestamps of me burping and farting on stream. Perfect. Oh, the sound of me opening another drink. Oh, I forgot about the chocolate doggo. There's this absolutely adorable picture of a puppy who's got these beautiful different shades of brown on him, and they say this dog needs a name to do with chocolate. I would call him Button.
I like the idea of having ancient Egyptian themed coins though.
I thought you were going to say ancient Egyptian NFTs. They just take each of the hieroglyphs and turn them into... Oh God!
Oh,
if someone hasn't thought of that,
yeah, someone's probably done that.
Well, it turns out
I'm on about the coins because they didn't have coins; they had a barter system.
The effing communism is for food. God damn. Okay, why the fuck did the stream start for everyone except me until I reloaded the browser? Because, John, you see, right? Fuck you.
YouTube don't
Specifically, I told YouTube, you know that John73 John? I hate motherfuckers with two names and numbers in their names. So you don't start his stream until he reloads. Give him an ad as well. I remember Dogecoin originally being a hobby people had at most a few dollars in, but then people had the genius ideas to try and make money with the meme coin. And I'm sure some people did. Like, you can make money out of it, but you have to be a piece of shit. Basically, you have to know that other people are going to lose. Like, I get it. If you think of it as gambling, then I've got no huge problem with that shit. If you go, this is me gambling, this is money that I am spending on basically a fucking roulette wheel. And if I lose, I lose. But people who invest in it, if you think it is some sort of long-term solution, it's like saying going to the casino is your fucking retirement plan. No, it fucking isn't. And don't put your money into fucking untested, unreliable bullshit that runs on the basic fact that some people think it might be worth something someday. Yeah, it just drives me fucking mad.
Gravy. There you go, Duck Dog.
YouTube is denying my right to give financial tribute to the Sikh order. In what sense? How have they do? Why am they do? Are you not allowed to become handsome? Is that it? Or can you not do the thing through the other thing?
Well, that was kind of difficult to follow.
I invested in NFTs Bitcoin with Peter Green of Senegal. Now I am Senegalese king. Yeah, I have seen those spams. Yeah. So Elon Musk isn't a stable genius now. Who the fuck is Alan? Oh god, that just makes me think of It's So Sad Steve Jobs died of ligma. Who the hell is Steve Jobs?
So
Ligma
it's
balls.
so it's Beanie Babies.
Yeah, well, okay. Beanie Babies, everyone knows that's a real investment.
Some of them are actually worth stuff, though.
Some of them are. Most of them are worth sweet fuck all.
Yeah.
And to be honest, like the space it takes up in your house, there's probably way better things you could have
I
fucking
think there's
invested
some people
in.
who do that with the Funko Pop things as well, don't they?
I imagine that they do.
Yeah.
But no.
I don't know.
Limited edition. If you see something that's called a limited edition, run for the fucking hills. It's not. They're trying to give it value that it almost certainly will never have. What you should buy is just something weird. If you want to have like a weird investment, I've bought in my time a number of strange games once they'd gone to like a few pounds at a random shop, and I just went, you know what, I'm keeping that. I'm not going to put it in wrap. And when I came back to it, it was worth more than I paid for it. Now a lot of them are worth a lot more than I paid for them, but I was incredibly poor when I sold them. So what the fuck are you supposed to do? My retirement plan is Mega Millions. Fair.
Did you hear about the British guy who threw out an old HD, forgetting he mined like 2,000 bitcoins on it? They wouldn't let him dig in the local tip to try and find it.
Oh, I know there was another guy, or there is another guy who has an old hard drive, and he can't remember the password for. He has a wallet. I think that was it. He has a wallet, and he can't remember what the password is. And the encryption on them is actually pretty fucking intense. Like, the likelihood of them getting it back is basically zero. Yeah, it's a sucker's game, in my opinion. Because I'm right. Because they've all gone fucking insane and people have lost so much goddamn money. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Invest in sick brand merch. The Senegalese king scam pisses my poor brain off so much. Senegal doesn't even have a king. Fair enough. That's not about OCD, Hurty. That's just incorrect information then. Twitter be dead. I mean, Twitter's not dead yet. I mean, I'll check. Oh, it's not loading. I clicked again. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It might survive, but it will probably only survive with more money than it cost him to fucking put in place. It's a fascinating fucking. And to be honest, I've said it myself. I had, especially the first couple of weeks, so much goddamn fun making fun of Musk. Because he just kept saying stupid shit. So we need to send Sir Sick merch to the moon. You can do that if you want. Do not expect a return on investment other than a purchased piece of fucking clothing that will be worth nothing. It's nice to have. It benefits me. That's it. That's kind of the point. If it didn't benefit me, I wouldn't fucking sell it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't do work for no reason. I'm on Twitter. Pray for me. Also, have you been I'm on all the time.
He practically lives there.
It's the only social media, other than if you count YouTube as a social media, which I kind of do. But it's the only social media that I use regularly. It's kind of fun. If you take it seriously, it's fucking a ridiculous hellscape. But if you use it to make jokes and just like dick around, it's pretty fun. I like to put random comments I get from people that are just completely fucking stupid on there and make fun of them elsewhere. Can we send Sick to the moon? I don't want to go to the... Sick is the moon. Fuck you, Panda. I'm bigger than the moon. I'm more famous. Oh my god. Now that's a fucking claim. I'm more famous than the goddamn moon. Have this towards the new house. Hey, every penny words.
Thanks.
Every penny counts. Motherfucking mouth. I am a true geek. I use Mastodon. Well, we all know you mastodate. It's a dick measuring contest between Musk and Bezos. I mean, give Bezos his due. He doesn't fucking throw his face out there doing stupid random shit like constantly the same way Musk does. So you don't think about him quite as much. And that makes him infinitely less annoying. And if Sick doesn't respond to DMs, he's at least nice enough to click the check to show he read it. I don't have to click anything. I don't know. I click it. I look at it and I go, okay.
He has a bad habit of looking at stuff and then going, oh, I'll deal with that later, and then he'll forget.
I just won't remember it's there
yeah.
at all. Well, there's so many things that I have my job, and I get my job done, and I keep my family fed, and I keep the bills paid, and that's enough braining for me. People have asked me to do loads of shit. I knew the guy telling everyone the moon is flat. I don't know, maybe. I mean, it doesn't sound like something I'd say unless I was drunk, and I do get drunk a lot, so maybe it's that. Come on, Jeffrey, you could do it. I'm passionate about politics. I don't go on Twitter, it just makes me mad. Instead, I watch Kanye West interviews. Oof. Oh, I've had talks where the check isn't lit, so I thought you clicked something. Okay, I'm assuming that they just aren't looking at your responses. I think that's how it works. I mean, I try to look at every single piece of communication I get. The worst one is fucking emails that just chuck random shit into bins, into, the spam folder. And I almost never remember to check my spam folder. So sometimes your shit will end up there and I'll never see it. You should make videos making fun of Musk's fans. The problem with that is they're all on Twitter, and that means I would have to go to Twitter, extract all the stupid, and that's already 10 steps too many. I like videos. I like when people have put up a video that's about 5 minutes long with some condensed stupid, multiple claims, and then I can easily turn that into solid gold. I spin it into the best shit you ever see.
You're like Rasputin.
Yeah.
Not Rasputin, that's the Russian guy.
I thought you meant because I've got such a big dick.
What am I thinking of? The guy who made gold from the...
You mean Midas?
No, he had, he was given the gift of it, and he's like, why? So, not him.
He tried to have a piss, and then, yeah.
He touched boobies, and every time he did it, they just turned to gold.
Let's get some gloves. Surely, if you had thin enough gloves.
It's a fairy tale thing. I can't remember what it's called. Someone will know.
My nearest neighbour is 100 metres away downstream. Fucking hell, what did they do to you?
Rumpelstiltskin. There we go.
Oh.
I remember now.
Bandmate just dropped a new song called Influencer. It is a dig against social media. How brave and new.
Yeah, I just got it before people started like putting comments up, so I'm super smart.
So sick, the Rasputin of atheism. I thought I was just the new low for atheism. That's my favourite.
Wasn't the rumor that Rasputin had a massive dick?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go then.
I thought it was pickled.
Pickled?
I thought it was pickled and kept somewhere. That might have just been something someone said somewhere.
I have to look at this now. Someone who got a pickled dick.
I might have gotten that from Epic Rap Battles of History. You got off easy when they pickled that moose cock. All the girls inexplicably want him, and he just won't get whacked.
Oh my god, it's true.
I mean, I wish I was whacked. I'd love to be whacked. It'd be so fucking funny, but...
Rasputin was poisoned, shot, beaten, and drowned. But did his penis survive?
No. Can we see another mud fossil video? Those are funny. It depends. So one of my rules, one of my sort of... It's generally a little bit loose, but for the most part, I try not to cover the same person more than once a month. And I try not to cover the same topic or the exact same topic. Like I'll cover evolution from a couple of angles within 1 month, but one video, like there we go, we got evolution. Screaming creationist idiot lies about evolution, and then we've got intelligence, design, science for morons. So that's two different creationism topics, technically.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, you up?
12 inches long. Fuck.
Tiny.
God, it looks like a frigging leg. It's so big.
All right, so yeah, I haven't done a mud fossil. Christ, I can't say that fucking name sometimes. Mod fossil is something I kept saying for ages, and it started driving me fucking insane. Yeah, I haven't done one of those in a while, so there's a non-zero chance that I'll start thinking about doing another one soon. Is Roger a Poe or just psychotic? I don't think he's psychotic. I don't think he's a Poe. I think he's a fucking idiot. I think he has an issue with ego, where he has a lot of people. Think about it this way. All of us have had an idea that we think's really clever. And it might not be true, but we still think it's kind of a cool, clever idea. And we'd like it if other people believed it. Most people stop there, and they rarely tell people about it. And if they do, someone goes, well, that's fucking stupid. And you go, yeah, it probably is. I think what happened with Roger is he had his stupid idea, and then he made fucking Mud Fossil University. He might have told someone out in the wild, and they went, wow, that's really interesting. And he thought, fucking hell, it is, isn't it? I know. And because the internet is the internet, even though he certainly has run into a decent amount of fucking resistance to his ideas, you know, like reality, I think that he just gets so much support for it that he's just convinced of his rightitude, and people constantly telling him how much of a fucking pioneer he is. I mean, the only pioneer he is sticks pies in his ears. Yeah, I get paid money to write jokes. Thank you very much.
I literally rolled my eyes.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
No.
CC, Chris, Westchester County.
Oh my god.
Mrs. Sick does not like that.
It's so fucking pointless. It
E
really
equals
irritates me.
MCC here. That's her favourite one. So
Just
Roger
go-
is like Kanye, only white with no money or fame. Also, Roger's old. Some people are snowflakes. Roger is a feather. I don't know. Roger is a poking machine. He's just a poke machine, always going about and poking the screen. I fucking hate watching him poke. It's just so fucking disheartening more than anything. Roger can't see criticism on the internet. He smudged and scratched his screen too much to read comments. Nice. Flatzoid is my new favourite. He is as obnoxious as Level Earth Observer and funnier. Okay. If they have any videos, please feel free to send them to me on either my emails or on Twitter, on my Twitter DMs. Because I really like not having to find videos myself. I've made a small back catalogue of videos that I might have a good idea of what I'm doing for the next couple of weeks. But it's always nice not to have to find them because it is still the hardest part. But why a feather? Because it was there. Almost certainly because it was fucking there. Maybe he thought it classed up the place. I don't fucking know. I want him to get some goddamn screen capture software. I mean, I'm sure his computer is a bag of shit, but all he's doing is looking at web pages. I'm sure it would not be that hard. My favourite is still Hans Wormhat. Send this video to people who still believe in penguins. Send this to people who believe in houses. CC has memorable lines. That's earworm gold. Well, the CC thing, as I understand it, is from some sort of radio show or TV show or something. So it's not original. He stole it from someone else and seems to think it makes him smart. It just makes him fucking annoying. I don't even know why he cottoned onto that. But fuck. I mean, it gives him something that people remember and they all go, haha, CC. You say where you are and where you're from, you fucking dipshit.
More like pee-pee.
More like butt.
Jesus Christ.
Could insert any noun there and mail it funny. Aha, you took away your message, panda. You fool! You foolish fool! You fucked it up. You made a spelling error. You typoed. Oh, you'll never get over that.
Yeah, because you never do that.
I do it all the time, but I don't fucking delete it. I delete it on Twitter because it drives me fucking bonkers, but... No, if I did a typo there, I'd be like, oh well. I'm still convinced that Wormhat and Matt Powell are the same person. They sound nothing alike to me. And I probably spend more time listening to them than you do.
No, I don't think they sound alike.
No, not at all. Certainly, I mean, they have opinions that make them pieces of shit. But I think Matt Powell is probably the worst person.
Yeah.
Arguably.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think you've heard of the transvestigation that...
You told me about it.
I've told you about it, but I don't think you've listened to it.
No, you show me a bit...
But it's more insane than it is hateful. Whereas Matt Powell just hates people. He's, not a great person. If he fell down a well, I don't think fucking Lassie would rescue him. What's that? Skip? Skippy. Oh, fucking hell. Whatever happened to TV shows where animals would rescue people, but not in a real life TV way, in a fucking ridiculous way? That's the kind of shows we need again, because they're garbage. It's so sad that Axel Stoll is only available in German.
Yeah.
He was an old Nazi and talked about Reichsflugs... I don't know what that word is. And the Nazi bunkers in the Hollow Earth. Oh my god. That is something.
I've heard of him. I think Kurt might have talked about him.
Also, all someone has to do is just go through it, accurately translate it, and record that, and then send that to me, and we can go make fun of him. I mean, you're going to have to do most of the work in that part, but, I mean, if you speak the language fluently, it should take you an hour or so. I suppose the audio editing might take longer, but still, should be entertaining. Especially if you pick something that's completely fucking insane. This week I got an apology from the BBC for a complaint I made. They said 2 new minerals found in a meteorite were elements. Those motherfuckers! I can't believe they did. You should send more angrier letters.
Just angry emoji.
Ah, I'm only here so I can leave in disgust. Goodbye. Okay, good.
Bye bye.
Foppish Diddleter. I feel like the name has something to do with that. Good day, sir. I don't know how to use Twitter. I mean, it's not difficult. If you don't know how to use it, I'm surprised you can type messages into chat.
As someone who is very averse to new things, it didn't take me long to learn Twitter.
It's a big bar at the top. You just fucking click it and then
Yeah.
spew bullshit onto it. And people start liking it or they don't. As we spend time watching YouTube and Sir Sick does... does Sir Sick spend time watching other YouTube creators? If so, who? Just curious. I watch almost fucking nobody in this sphere. I don't really watch anybody. I will occasionally watch what one might call an important video, something that's like doing the rounds and is like quote unquote a big deal. But other than Jesus Christ,
Jesus fucking Christ,
I'm still suffering from drinking 3 1/3 pints of Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning, but wanted to share my love. You crazy motherfucker. Oh, it's you again with them fucking... Ah. Well, today's quite the day, money-wise. What the actual fuck, super stongs? I mean, 300 more, and we'll extend the stream for an hour. So come on, guys. let's take it to the moon. This is Sir Stick. I mean, I don't even know what fucking channel I'm on. Sir Professor Stick. I do know of other creators, obviously.
PayPal, you animal.
I mean, there is that, but you'd have to tell me as well, because otherwise I won't know. But yeah, if you do a lot of money, to be fair though, it's their money, and if the point is to show that you did a big amount of money, I can kind of see the value in it. But if you want to send me lots of money, it's always PayPal, because YouTube takes 30% of that. Now, to be fair, I'm currently 30% of $700, 70% or so of $700 better off today. Thank you very much. YouTube has a limit of $49 a week. Sorry, $49 of what?
Oh, right.
Oh, $4.99 a week. Oh, okay. Have you got money to just burn? It's like, this money, I fucking hate it. Go away. Yeah, I have a PayPal. Look, I'm not going to be a little bitch about it. If someone is potentially offering me money, I'm going to fucking take that money. I'm not a fool. Oh my god. That was Flat Earth Grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a blast from the past. I'm not a fool. Here's an extremely stupid thing. But yeah, YouTube is just a legal way of laundering money. I mean, is it laundering money if it goes to someone else you don't know? Who's not going to give it back? I mean, if it turned out that he got completely balked by that and it ruined his life, I'd give him money
The thing
back.
about Miles Power, he puts a lot of fucking effort into his videos, like a lot of research.
Well,
so
his is a lot more sciencey.
Yeah, and it takes a long time to gather
also,
all
he has
the...
one of those real jobs. That's
his
main issue, is that he has a real job.
He has a real job as well, yeah.
He's a real scientist who does real work.
He's a scientism, yeah.
He definitely does the science. Ha! Sir Six laundered money now. Yeah, like if someone, here, we want you to launder this money, I'd be like, thank you, and then I'd just leave.
Go down to the pub.
Yeah, I laundered it all, mate. I'm fucking blathered. But yeah, Mr. Powers, which is a hell of a name, Mr. Power. He has a real job and he does more sciencey videos than I do, so it takes a lot longer to make his. And mine don't take no small amount of time to do. There's about 2 or 3 days worth of work that goes into any given video, but it's not the same. And obviously I'm putting out a lot more content than he does. And if I worked at the weekends, I could probably do more, but I'm not fucking going to do that because it will kill me. I am not crazy. I have life to live. Mm. I wonder if we have evolved to be religious, and can we remove those innate instincts with genetic engineering? Well, I don't know about fucking with your genome just so that you don't believe something that might be silly. But I would say that there's definitely an evolutionary element to belief in the religious things. If it was going to get you killed to not believe, then it would be very useful for you to be inclined to believe religious shit.
I don't think it's necessarily to do with an evolutionary thing to believe in religion. I think it's because children are biologically inclined to trust adults.
I think that's part of it, but
So that children are way more easily to be taken with it, and then they become adults with the same with that sort of mindset, and it just continues and continues and continues because children are so trusting.
maybe. But you've got to remember that there are adults who grow up as the 80 bobs and then turn religious.
Yeah, but that also depends on like what is going on in their life. If they're desperate to find some sort of purpose and meaning in life, religions are really fucking easy. And it's like, ta-da, there you go. This will give you meaning.
I'm wondering how much time you take recording a video versus how much time Mrs. Sick takes to do the drawings. Are you just saying recording, or do you mean the entire process of my work that goes into a video? Because recording takes about an hour per video. Well, half an hour to an hour. But that's nowhere near all of the work that goes into it.
We worked it out, didn't we? It's about...
Well, I spend day 1 writing. I spend day 2 writing. And then day 3, I record and edit the audio. And then day 4 and 5 is all editing what Mrs. Sick previously week worked on. And you usually, on a Monday, you kind of plan out what you're likely to do.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday, Wednesday, if she's on a roll, she'll get one video done and then the next video done, which takes you about 4 or 5 hours of straight work.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that goes back to me. But so she spends about,
I think we worked
10, 11, 12 hours working on the videos.
I was going to say probably about 10 hours.
And purely working on the videos, for me, it's about 25 hours. But there's another
But then you
other hours doing other work to do.
Yeah, but then you, on top of that, you're like doing all your admin work, making sure like all the stuff is organized, making sure everything's scheduled, and keeping it engaging. Yeah, engaging with the community. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
But in terms of pure video making, but with Mrs. Six, sometimes she
and on the 7th day.
Yeah, no one's noticed, but like a couple of weeks ago, Mrs. Sick couldn't get any work done because she was sick, because she was ill. So all of the animation stuff was me.
Yeah, all the animation.
I just used some of her old pictures.
All the animation stuff recently has been you.
Last week it was you. Oh, no, half you, half me. But I put extra work into it. Last week's work. So last week's videos, which were from the week before, that was partly me. The week before that was all me. And last week of work was me again. And I'm getting better at it. So you'll miss it sometimes, but she always has been doing the marking. So what she does is she goes through my videos and just sees things that she finds might have something worthwhile doing on it, and other times not. But yeah, winter is an absolute bitch for her. So she still does a good amount of work, and when you can, and when you can't.
It's usually things that require a lot of focus and brain power.
Yeah.
They just thinking about it makes me tired.
Yeah. But even when she's not physically doing the work, I will still ping ideas off of her. And yeah, I still think that they're much better. And like the more elaborate the animation, the more likely it was to be her. when we get back into summer, with my practice having done a lot more of it than I used to do, I'm hoping that what we get is much more visually rich content, at least during summer.
Mm.
And that I get better at it in general, and we'll just see what happens from there.
Yeah.
So, hopefully summer, the videos will be pretty fucking entertaining just to
Yeah.
watch.
I also want to have some time so I can work on the spoon staff stuff,
Yeah.
because the amount of people that keep frigging asking me, and I'm like, oh my god, this is just a project. Why are you bothering me?
Yeah. But the thing with that is I've also I decided, well, one of the things is tax season's coming up. And one of the things you should do is, if there's any equipment you need for work to buy, when you're self-employed, you should probably fucking buy it, because you're basically saving a decent amount of money on it. So I got her.
You ping ideas. Yeah, he throws darts at me. That's what it is. I'm covered in post-it notes, and he just
I
throws
thought
darts.
I threw plastic vegetables at you. More live action sick. Well, the live action sick thing is a plan for if we manage to get out of the flat. So we're currently in a flat, and there's just not the space to do that live action shit anymore. And it just takes a huge amount of effort. The plan, if and when we get a house, which fucking $700 is going to help towards that at least a little bit, is to get a studio, and part of that studio will be a permanent green screen. Maybe I'll just do a wall, or maybe I'll fucking get a shitload of material that's like iron flat and shit. Whatever it is, it will be permanent. The lights will always be up and ready to go without me having to fuck about. All that good stuff. But until then, live action sick has been put on hiatus. Oh, fucking sexfine.biz. Fuck off. Where's the button? Where's the button? No, do not add moderator. Jesus Christ. Hide. There we go. Plastic vegetables there. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Say no more. I will say more. They were literal plastic vegetables. They were for a different skit, and then I threw them at her head because I thought it was funny. She was wearing a helmet. She was fine. And she knew it was going to happen. It was for a gag. But, yeah.
Oh, God, she's coughing up a storm. Right, I'm going to go see to it.
Yeah. One of the kiddos is very, very poorly. She's doing the, when they go really, really hot. When you do live action sick again, you should do a face reveal. Take off your helmet, and it's just a... No, it's not going to be a smaller helmet underneath. It's going to be a bigger helmet. My first ever thought for the quote-unquote face reveal was to take the helmet off and it'd be Darth Vader. But now I wouldn't do that, just for legal reasons. What do you think a rip-off of Spoon Staff Stories would be called? I'm going for a Fork No Workers series of events. Okay. I don't know. A rip-off of Spoon Staff Stories would be a lot of work for no benefit. Spoon Staff's... The people who like it, but no one's fucking heard of it. It's still very small. If you like D&D stuff and you're part of any groups, do feel free to share them, because I would like them to be bigger than they are. And it would be really nice if they could hit some of the numbers that other fucking D&D channels make, because Jesus Christ. But, hope the Sicklets get better soon. Well, it's only one of them at the moment, but generally speaking, when you've got two kids, it's going to be sooner rather than later than the other one gets very fucking sick as well. So, one wall green and one blue, so can switch between blue and green screen. Just to remind, tin can reflects colours pretty good. I know it does. If you look at some of the videos, the chroma keying, which is what you call green screen work or whatever, is you can see through the helmet. The colour sort of reflects around it. I don't know how to fix that. I will probably learn. And if there's a way to do it that is more sensible. I mean, I know that there's the software that I use isn't like the strongest. What is D&D? Dungeons and Dragons. A tabletop role-playing games. Spoon Staff is far more interesting than watching people sitting around and playing. Well, Spoon Staff is turning that into a proper story. And the other thing is, a lot of it is embellished. A lot of it is, here's what they did. Okay, let's write some actual story into that. Let's do some stuff that makes it more, a bit more dynamic. So it isn't 100% accurate to the source material, but I think it makes it better. Have you ever posted it on the D&D subreddit? I think they allow ads. Yeah, I'm sure they do, but it's not something that I'm not super comfortable with Reddit. I only go on to Facebook Science because the guy from Facebook Science follows me on Twitter. So I followed him back, and occasionally he'll post something on Twitter and I go look at it. And then I make a funny. And that's literally where all of my karma has come from, whatever the fuck that shit's for. Did you know for the Mandalorian, they had the same problem with green reflecting off the helmet and ended up inventing whole new techniques to get around it? That's so not useful for me. Yeah. I'm sure that I do not have access to that technology. 2 layers. Key out the helmet in post. Feather the fuck out of it. Voila. I suppose I hadn't thought to do 2 layers, but that would probably work. I know that using multiple layers to get effects to work in various ways. Like for I do that for blurring shit. Sometimes that can be really fucking annoying. I will ask the green screen people if I'm at a studio soon. I mean, cool. I wouldn't expect you to remember. D&D dropping the term races for humans will now be species, which seems silly. I mean, does it matter? Is it going to make the game worse? Probably not. It's probably pointless either way. You're right, babes.
Cough medicine.
The cough medicine, I last saw it was on one of the stools in the living room. It may have been moved. It's an easy fix. Just stop being terrible. Yeah. But anyway, you've got 7 minutes to drum up $300, and you can get even more. You can get an extra hour of this rambly, pointless nonsense. I wonder why you haven't bothered. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm new to the channel. I'll have to check out the live videos to see your armor. They're quite old now. It's been a while since I did live action ones. I would like to do them again. I still have the stuff for it. I'd probably reinvent the costume, potentially to make it easier. I mean, it's not a particularly difficult costume to put on, but make it look better and more full. Because ideally, part of why I would like a green screen that is permanent and part of a room is the one that I have is a pull down one. And don't get me wrong, that thing is fucking excellent. But it's not big enough. And because it doesn't go all the way to the floor, that means that I can't do stuff with my feet in it. So I can't put myself places that are like me fully stood up, which I would really like to do. I do think that I would start, that's part of what I would start doing. I've actually got a video coming up which has a little bit, I'm going to go into in an actual video about sort of some of my plans for the future. And so it's not much, but hopefully that will help people sort of understand what I'm trying to achieve. In any fantasy setting where elves and humans can mate and half elves can produce offspring, and human and elves are technically the same species. I mean, I guess. If you need any advice regarding anything cam, sound, tech, post-production related, just say the word, our terrible overlord. Well, I think I'm pretty good at most of it. The Amish do barn raising as a community. So if we raise the funds, we can do a YouTube house raising for sick. I mean, I suppose. I do like the Amish barn raising though, because they fucking build a house at no time flat. I'm sure that's partially a bit stereotyped with like lightning speed, but I can't imagine they don't do it pretty fucking quickly. Towet is watching. What is a towet? Toilet? It looks like toilet. Don't use a wall with a window for green/blue screen. Yes. I know. That would definitely be not ideal. I think part of it is my software isn't like perfect. I use Magic's Vegas or Vegas Pro, depending on what you want to call it. Used previously Sony Vegas, but they sold it. Um, and it's the software that I know how to use, and it's the software that does the things that I expect it to. But I also know that things like Premiere are probably more powerful, but I just can't get on with the software. And at the end of the day, that's one of the things people will ask me, what should I use? And I'm like, play with them all and find the one that does the most stuff you expect it to. And Vegas was the only one that did everything I expected it to with the buttons that I pressed and the way that it worked. It makes cutting up clips infinitely easier than any one other one. It makes dragging easier than most of them. It just does things that you expect. Uh, Amish houses are easier because they don't have any wires in. That is a good point. You should play the game changed on stream. What? Is there a game called Changed? Or are you saying gameplay changed? Vegas Pro, oh dear lord, yes. But at the end of the day, it works for me. And since you didn't know, that kind of proves my point. You want accessibility is part of the issue for a lot of people, and I find Premiere to be completely inaccessible to me. It just doesn't do the things that I want it to do when I want it to do them. It is friction, and the best piece of software for you to use to make videos or whatever is the one that produces the least friction between you and what you want to achieve. Um, so when people say that XYZ is bad, that's because they don't like it, and it gives them friction. And sometimes it's because it's more powerful or whatever, but it's mostly about what you learned. I learned on Vegas. Other people who learned on Vegas know how to use Vegas. I practiced with other things. I'm not very good with them, so fuck it. Anyway, we are getting to about a minute left. Funnily enough, no one wanted to give me $300 to extend the stream by an hour. I'm not shocked. But no internet in an Amish house, so no terrible stream. Yeah, fuck that noise. Subscription-based softwares are evil. Yes, kind of. I mean, you can get Vegas Pro on a subscription, but you can also just buy it. I tell you what, I love Adobe Photoshop. In fact, you'll hate this if you're a big Photoshop fan, maybe. I use Photoshop Elements. It's really good. It used to be fucking terrible, but now if you set it to expert mode and fuck about with it, it's actually really good. So yeah, no more stonks for sick. No more stonks for me. I don't deserve them anyway. I don't deserve any of you. But then you didn't deserve me, so it all works out in the end. Tomatoes. Oh, everybody loves tomatoes. Right, we've got a few seconds left. I'm gonna say thanks for coming. I'm gonna go check out. I used to edit on Vegas Pro after 2 years, switched to Premiere, and I know exactly what you're talking about, but it was well worth it. Got used to it in about a month. Yeah, I don't have the time to practice. And I have tried many times. I've never gotten on with it. It just doesn't work for me. But yeah. Anyway, thank you all for coming. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you for the two crazy motherfuckers who gave me a shitload of money. I like it. Some of it will be spent on whiskey. The rest of it, hopefully, housing. And yeah, I'll catch you all next time. Where's my button? There it is. Okay. Bye.